Param Shanti greetings. Param Shanti is a specific invocation, a call for absolute, ultimate peace. To understand how elusive that kind of peace can be, we can look at the story of King Yadu. By every visible metric, Yadu was the pinnacle of outward human achievement. He had accumulated immense wealth, universal fame, and an unbroken string of worldly triumphs. But his internal reality was entirely different. He executed every societal custom perfectly and won every battle he fought, yet he suffered from a constant, agonizing lack of peace. Checking off external milestones often operates inversely to internal contentment. In many cases, it creates a psychological vacuum that no amount of achievement can actually fill. Seeking relief, Yadu left his palace behind to wander deep into a forest, and there he crossed paths with the great sage Guru Dattatreya. The contrast between the two men was severe.
Dattatreya was elderly and possessed absolutely nothing to his name, yet his face radiated a deep, unshakable bliss. Looking at a man who had nothing but was entirely at ease, a bewildered Yadu asked him, "How is it possible you can remain so happy?" The king assumed the sage possessed a hidden text, practiced a highly guarded physical technique, or knew a secret ritual that granted him this state of mind. It is a standard human instinct. When our traditional metrics of success fail us, we immediately try to acquire peace by looking for a new external tool, or a literal teacher to hand us the answer. Dattatreya gave an answer Yadu didn't expect. He explained that his teachers were not priests, and absolutely none of his knowledge came from books. Instead, the sage pointed to what he called his 24 gurus. These were the raw forces of nature itself. He learned directly from the earth, the wind, and the rivers. His list of teachers extended to living creatures like birds and bees, and even to the abstract, inevitable concept of death. Dattatreya used the entire physical world as an active, experiential classroom. He simply observed the mechanics of creation operating in every single thing around him. True education starts the moment an individual stops relying on rigid human dogma and begins actively observing the universal forces right in front of them. But while nature provides a brilliant classroom, Dattatreya revealed that his absolute, ultimate teacher was silence. Look at this diagram representing human consciousness. The chaotic waveforms represent our daily noise, but silence functions as an active teacher. It strips away all those distractions until they flatline, forcing you to confront one singular question: who am I? When that noise dissolves into pure light, it deconstructs our traditional idea of a guru. If you reduce a teacher to a physical body speaking words, you severely limit the concept. What a true guru actually does is plant the seed of Brahman, or the divine. They don't give you anything new. They simply remind you of your innate power to create, destroy, and change your own reality. This formless state of supreme light and presence operates entirely beyond physical boundaries, bypassing the limitations of the human body. Watching Dattatreya, Yadu began to see his own achievements through the lens of these natural teachers. The contrast between his frantic conquests and the sage's stillness forced him to reevaluate the source of his own identity. Yadu made a choice. He deliberately abandoned his worldly distractions, stepped away from the formal ceremonies, and stopped pursuing endless conquests. He made a precise mechanical shift. He tuned out the external auditory channel of the world and began listening exclusively to the quietness of his own soul. Lasting peace simply cannot be constructed out of the materials of the external world. It has to be uncovered internally through the complete cessation of noise. Once a seeker awakens to this, their after state is distinct. Their mere physical presence becomes noticeably light, grounded, and intensely peaceful. And because they carry this realization, they naturally elevate the external world around them. They bypass the need for forced rituals or active interference entirely. The text presents the guru as a silent presence, rather than a speaking actor, existing as a constant waiting for recognition. The process of enlightenment starts when we stop searching the physical world for answers and understand that the supreme light has been shining within us the entire time.